sorry, sir, that I have hindered you, but I protest he had the chain of me, though most dishonestly he doth deny it.
How high is the man esteemed here in the city?
A very reverend reputation, sir, credit infinite, highly beloved, second to none that lives here in the city. His word might bear my wealth at any time.
Speak softly, rather than think he walks.
'Tis so, and that self-chain about his neck, which he forswore most monstrously of me to have. Good sir, draw near to me, I'll speak to him. Signor Antipholus, I wonder much that you would put me to this shame and trouble, and not without some scandal to yourself, with circumstances and oh so to deny, this chain which now you wear so openly, besides the charge, the shame, imprisonment, you have done wrong to this my honest friend, who, but for staying on our controversy, had hoisted sail and put to sea today. This chain you had me, can you deny it?
I think I have. I never did deny it.
Yes, so you did, sir, and forswore it too.
Who heard me to deny it or forswear it?
These ears of mine, thou knowest to hear thee. Fie on thee, wretch. 'Tis pity that thou didst to walk where any honest man resorts.
Thou art a villain to impeach me thus. I'll prove mine honor and mine honesty against thee presently, if thou darest stand.
I dare do thee, fight thee for a bidden. Hold, hurt him not, for heaven's sake. He is mad. Somebody within him, take his sword away. Bind Romeo to him, bear them to my house.
Run, master, run, for heaven's sake, take a house! This is some priory, interfere, spoiled!
Be quiet, people. Wherefore wrong you hither?
To fetch my poor, distracted husband hence. Let us come in that we may bind him fast and bear him home for his recovery.
I knew he was not in his perfect wit.
I'm sorry now I've been drawing him.
How long hath this possession held the man? Hath not he lost much wealth by wreck of sea? Buried some dear friend? Hath not his eyes strayed his affection and unlawful love? A sin prevailing much in youthful men, who give their eyes the liberty of gazing. Which of these sorrows is he subject to?
To none of these, except it be the last, namely some love that drew him off from home.
You should for that have reprehended him.
Why, so I did, as roughly as my modesty would let me.
Aye, but not rough enough.
It was the copy of our conference, in bed and at board. Alone, it was the subject of my theme. In company, I often glanced at it. Still did I tell him it was vile and bad.
And thereof comes it that the man was mad. The venom clamors of jealous woman, poisons more deadly than a mad dog's teeth. It seems his thieves were hindered by that villain, and thereof comes it that the man was mad. Unquiet meals made ill digestions, and thereof the raging fire of fever bred. And what's a fever but a fitting madness? Thou sayest his sport were hindered by thy brawls. Sweet recreation barred, what doth ensue, but moody and dull melancholy. In food, in sport, and life preserving rest, to be disturbed with mad man or beast. The consequences then, thy jealous fits, have scared thy husband from the use of wits.
She never reprehended him but mildly, when he did meet himself rough and rude.
Why bear you these rebukes and answer not?
She did betray me to my own reproof. Good people enter and lay hold on him.
No, not a creature enters my house.
Then let your servants bring my husband forth.
Neither. He took this place for sanctuary, and it shall privilege him from your hands, till I have brought him to his wits again, or lose my labor in saying it.
I will attend my husband, be his nurse, and therefore let me have him home with me.
Be patient, for I will not let him stir, till I have used the approved means I have, with wholesome syrups, drugs, and holy prayers, to make of him a formal man again. It is the branch and parcel of my oath, a charitable duty of my order. Therefore, depart and leave him here with me.
I will not hence and leave my husband here. And ill it doth beseem your holiness to
quiet and depart. Thou shalt not have them.
Complain to the Duke of this indignity. Come, go, I will fall prostrate at his feet, and never rise until my tears and prayers have won his grace to come in person hither, and take perforce my husband from the abbess.
By this I think thou points of pride. Anon, I'm sure the Duke himself in person comes this way. This melancholy veil, a place of death and sorry execution, behind the ditches of the abbey.
Upon what cause?
See a Reverend Syracusian merchant, who abruptly into this bay, and some laws and statutes of stone, beheaded completely for his offense.
See where they come, you will behold his death.
Kneel to the Duke before he pass the abbey.
Yet once again, proclaim it publicly. If any friend shall pay his subject, he shall not die. So much be tender.
Justice, most sacred Duke, against the abbess.
She is a virtuous and reverend lady. It cannot be that she hath done me wrong.
May it please your grace, Antipholus, my husband, this ill day a most outrageous fit of madness took him, that desperately he hurried through the street, with him his bondman, all as mad as he, doing displeasure to the citizens by rushing in their houses, bearing fenced rings, jewels, anything his rage did like. Once did I get him bound and sent him home, whilst to take order for the wrongs I went, he broke from those that had the guard of him, and with his mad attendant, and with drawn swords, met us again, and madly bent on us, chased us away, till raising of more aid became again to bind them. Then they fled into this abbey, whither we pursued them, and here the abbess shuts the gates on us, and will not suffer us to fetch him out, nor send him forth that we may bear him hence. Therefore, most gracious Duke, with thy command, let him be brought forth and borne hence for help.
Go, knock at the abbey gate, and bid the lady abbess come in. I will determine this before I sleep.
Oh, mistress, you can save yourself! My master and his man are both broke loose, back to the doctor whose beard has been singed off. And sure, unless you send some present help, between them they'll kill Master Pinch.
Peace, thy master and his man are here, and that is false thou dost report to us.
Mistress, upon my life, I tell you true. I have to break the woods since I can see it.
Your husband and master cries for you, and vows all manner of revenge upon you. But be gone.
Stand by me! Fear nothing! Guard the towers!
I mean, it is my husband, who witnessed you as he is part about invisible. Even now we have him in the abbey here, and now he's there, past thought of human reason.
Justice, most gracious Duke, oh, grant me justice, even for the service I long since did thee, when I bestood thee in wars and took deep scars to save thy life, even for the blood that then I lost for thee. Now grant me justice.
Unless the fear of death doth make me dote, I see my son Antipholus and Romeo.
Justice, sweet prince, against that woman there, she whom thou gavest to me to be my wife. Beyond all imagination is the wrong that she this day hath shamelessly thrown on me.
Discover how, and thou shalt find me just.
This day, great Duke, she shut my doors upon me, while she with harlots feasted in my house.
A grievous fault. Say, woman, didst thou do so?
No, my good lord, he, myself, and my sister today did dine together. So befall my soul, if this is false, he burdens me withal.
She tells to your highness the most simple truth. O perjured woman, they are both forsworn, and this the madman justly charges them.
My liege, I'm advised what I say. This woman locked me forth this day from dinner. That goldsmith there, were he not packed with her, could witness it, for he was with me then, having parted with me to fetch a chain. Our dinner done, and he not coming thither, I went out to meet him. In that street I met him, and in his company that gentleman there. There did this perjured goldsmith swear me down, saying that this day of him I had received the chain, which heaven knows I saw not, for which he did arrest me with an officer. I did obey, and sent my peasant home for some certain ducats. He with none returned, then fairly I bespoke the officer to go with me in person to my house. By the way, we met my wife, her sister, and they brought with them one pinch, a hungry, lean-faced villain, a fortune-teller, a dead-looking man, this pernicious slave, a conjurer, and gazing into mine eyes, feeling my pulse, cries out I was possessed. Then all at once they fell upon me, bound me, bore me thence into some dark and dankish vaulted home, and there left me and my man, both bound together, till, gnawing with my teeth my bonds in sunder, gained my freedom, and immediately ran hither to your grace, whom I beseech ample satisfaction for these deep shames and great indignities.
My lord, in truth thus far I witnessed with him that he dined not at home, but was locked out.
But had he the chain at you or no?
He did, my lord, and when he ran in here, these people saw the chain about his neck.
Besides, I will be sworn these yours and I heard he confessed to the chain of him, after you first were sworn on the mark. And thereupon I drew my sword on you and fled into this abbey here, whence I think you are come by miracle.
I never came within these abbey walls, nor ever didst thou draw thy sword on me. I never saw the chain, so help me heaven, and this is false you burden me withal.
Why, what an intricate impeach is this? I think you all drunk of Circe's cup. And here you house him, here you would be. If he was mad, he would not plead so cold. You say he dined at home. The goldsmith denies the same. Sirrah, what say you?
He dined with her there at the forfeiting.
He did, and from my finger snatched a fat ring.
'Tis true, my liege, this ring I had of her.
Sawest thou not here at the abbey?
As sure, my liege, as I do see your grace.
Why, this is strange. Go, tell the lady Abbess to come to me. I think you are all made and are stark mad.
Most mighty Duke, vouchsafe me speak a word. Happily I see one that will save my life, and pay the sum that may deliver me.
Speak freely what thou wilt.
Is not your name so called Antipholus, and is not your bondman Dromio?
Within this hour I was his bondman, sir, but he, I thank him, not into my cords. Now am I Dromio and his man unbound.
I am sure you both must remember me.
Ourselves we remember, sir, by you, for lately we were bound as you are now. You are not Pinch's patient, are you?
I never saw you in my life till now.
Oh, grief hath changed me since you saw me last. But tell me yet, dost thou not know my voice?
Neither.
No, thou, Dromio, I am sure thou dost.
I, sir, but I am sure I do not. And whatsoever a man denies, you are now bound to believe him.
Not know my voice? Oh, time's extremity. Hast thou so cracked and splitted my poor tongue in 7 short years, that here my only son knows not my feeble key of untuned cares? Yet hath my night of life some memory tell me that thou art my son, Antipholus.
I never saw my father in my life.
But 7 years since in Syracuse, thou knowest we parted, but perhaps my son, thou shamest to acknowledge me in misery.
The Duke and all who know me in the city can witness with me that it is not so. I never saw Syracuse in all my life.
I tell thee, Syracusian, 20 years have I been patron to Antipholus, during which time he near saw Syracuse. I see thy age in dangers. Make thee ill.
Most mighty Duke, behold, a man much wronged.
I see 2 husbands. Why, I was stealing. One of these men is chased the other. Who is the spirit and who the natural man? Who deciphers them?
I serve Dromio. Command him away.
I serve Dromio. Pray, let me stay.
Aegeon art thou not? Or else his ghost?
Oh, my old master, who have found him here?
Whoever hath found him, I will loose his bonds, and gain a husband by his liberty. Speak, old Aegeon, if thou beest the man who once hast a wife called Amelia, who bore thee 2 fair sons. O speak unto the same Amelia.
If I dream not, thou art Amelia. If thou art she, tell me, where is that son that floated with thee on the fatal raft?
By men of Epidamnum, we all were taken up. But by and by, rude fishermen of Corinth, by force, took Dromio and my son from them, and me they left with those of Epidamnum. What became of them, I cannot tell. I, to this fortune see me.
Why, here begins this morning's story of life. These two Antipluses, one like another. These two Dromios, one in semblance to the other. These are the parents which are accidentally met together. Antiplus, thou carest from corn?
No, sir, not I. I came from Syracuse.
Stand apart. I know not which is which.
I came from Corinth, my most gracious lord.
And I with him.
Which of you two did dine with me today?
I, gentle mistress.
And are you not my husband?
No, I say nay to that.
And so do I. Then did she call me so? And this young gentlewoman did call me brother. But I told you then, I hope I shall have leisure to make good. If this be not a dream I see and hear.
That is the chain, sir, which you had of me.
I think it be, sir. I deny it not.
And you, sir, for this chain arrested me.
I think I did, sir. I deny it not.
I sent you money, sir, to be your bail by Dromio, but I think you brought it not.
No, none by me.
This purse of ducats I received from you. And Dromio, my man, did bring them me. I see we still repeat each other's man. And I was taken for him, and he for me. And thereupon these errors are arose.
These ducats pawn I for my father here.
It has no need. That father has his life. Sir, I must have that diamond from you.
There, take it, and much thanks for my good cheer.
Renowned Duke, vouchsafe to take the pains, to go with us into the abbey here, and hear at large discoursed all our fortunes, and by the sympathized one day's error have suffered wrong. Go keep us company, and we shall make full satisfaction. 25 years have I gone into travail of you, my sons, until this present hour, my heavy burden near delivered. The Duke, my husband, and my children both, and you, the calendars of the Nativity, go to a gossip's feast, and go with me, after so long grief, such festivity.
With all my heart, I'll gossip at this feast. Master, shall I put our stuff on the shipboard?
Romeo, what stuff of mine hast thou embarked?
Our good to lay host, sir, in the central one.
He speaks to me. I am your master, Dromio. Go, come with us. We'll look to that anon. Embrace thy brother there. Rejoice with him.
There is a fat friend at your master's house. The kitchen made for you today. She shall now be my sister and not my wife.
Methinks you are my glass and not my brother. I see by you I am a sweet-faced youth. Will you walk in to see their gossiping?
Not I, sir. You are my elder.
That's a question. How shall we try it?
What's the rest of it, elder? Leave out first.
Nay, then thus. We came into the world like brother and brother. Now let's go. Hand in hand, cheek to jowl, not one before another.